Pyromancy is always good. Very much like I'd expect.
Ashen one, be sure to bring.
Ah, iron.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I definitely like Fire Orb.
Do not be
By
gone
Pyromancies. So, what souls have I acquired for bosses? Greywood, Crystal Sage, Deacons. I must have recently defeated the Deacons then. Because it looks like I still have the Abyss Watchers, which is probably what's next. Make sure I don't have any of those. Like I said, it's been a little bit, so I'm not altogether remembering what I have done. Oh, I was gaining Halloween, but I'm starting to kind of don't. I mean, it's kind of costly to undo it. So, oh, I want to know if I have gotten. It's been a week, man. Sorry, guys. I'm just making sure I can get everything. I have not gotten any of his stuff. Alright, so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get the, oh, here's Henri again.
Oh, and we meet again. We spoke before on the road of sacrifices. Henri of Astora. I'm well pleased to see you safe. We reached the Cathedral of the Deep, but Aldrich's coffin was empty. The man-eater must have left for his true home. The little doll in the empty coffin told me. Aldrich is said to hail from Irothil in the Boreal Valley, an ancient fabled city. A pilgrim told me that the city lies beyond Farron Keep, and so becomes our destination.
Aldrich is as talkative as ever.
Oh, good. The fire. What do you really know about these? Let's take Aldrich for one. A right and proper cleric. Only he developed a habit of devouring men. He ate so many that he bloated like a drowned pig, then softened into sludge. So they stuck him in the Cathedral of the Deep, and they made him a Lord of Cinder, not for virtue, but for might. Such as a lord, I suppose. But here I ask, do we have a sodding chance? At the foot of Lothric Castle, an old path still runs below the town in the undead settlement. It was used to transport sacrifices to the Cathedral of the Deep. You should see where it leads, if you've the stones for it. You haven't given up yet? Then you're a brasher lad than I thought. You can make better use of this. I don't need it. Not now I've flipped.
This guy's actually a summon later, but that's beside the point. Alright, so I have a bunch of items to get in Farron Keep. And then a boss to fight. So hopefully we'll do all of that today. There's a bunch of summons you can do for this boss. I think there's like 4 of them. Yeah. It's actually an item I'm wondering if I have. Key. Nope. Well, he'll do what he does. I recently got an ending, which is part of the reason that I'm no longer super worried about getting that ending, so... I want something lighter, but something... Alright, this will work. This crab is a pain, but I know of an easy way to beat him. Get to the other side of this tree than him. So that he comes towards this tree. Use this white birch to kind of block him, and then the giant archer will fire at him. You basically just stay alive. When he's down like this, you can actually do a coup de grace like that. Which is kind of hard to see. Probably the worst of the 3 items to choose to get because it's in the center. But that's okay. So this Crown of Dusk that I picked up was in the original game. It's a pretty awesome crown. It makes you take more magic damage, but it also makes you deal more damage with magic. And at least in the first game, it worked with pyromancies as well. Not miracles, but I don't remember with this game if it works with pyromancies. I don't really understand. Like, things are broken down into 3 things: pyromancies, sorceries, and miracles. The magic is, but like at the same time. A lot of times they lump sorceries and pyromancies together, and oh, okay, that's how I'm equipped. This item here is a Sage's Scroll, and it is very much so wanted by that wizard, whose name I forget. Looking kind of like I got this. Which is fine. Gunther is gonna do some rolling and stuff. No, we're gonna come into some bad guys pretty soon that I'm sure there are people out there that like know how to defeat them and stuff, but I do not. So that's a nice little area right there. And here are those slugs. It has a little heal there, and then it's Unlit Talisman, which, if you have a high faith, is one of the better talismans. They give you pretty much the, like, it's, I don't know, difficult. They give you a lot of stuff that's pretty good later. Ooh. Shoot. This is not... This is a scripted event, obviously, since I'm offline. Hazel is not horrible. She has a ring that makes her impossible to see when she's in target, when she's farther away. So I want to go to a spot where... I don't know if she just chases after me or what. It's been a long time since I've had her invade me here. She usually invades in the Crucifixion Woods, which if you... Golly, I don't know. I think she's up by the other thing. That was not specific. I think she's up by where I'm trying to get to, and I think she waits. And I want to get past those... See that big guy moving back and forth? There's two guys like him, and he's really tough. Oh, here's Hazel. I wish... Huh, she's out of potion, apparently. Not what I wanted to do. Okay, stop it and do that. There we go. So she died. I got that guy. Gained an Estus, a few Estuses, I think. Don't think he saw me. I hope not. Or heard me. Perfect. Alright. Not sure, but I think he didn't see me or anything. So up here is the third one of these. This long cutscene that I'm going to skip. just shows fire going out on the top and then a fire appearing near a door. It's really not super relevant. Alright, and then you can go further on here. I know that there's a bad guy up here that I do not like. Do not like that guy. And then over here, there's some items. And I know that there's basilisks. So those items up there, there's another bonfire over there, actually. The location of the bonfire is... Like, to get there, you have to go through that one door, and that's how you get, like, that item. There are all these basilisks, and they're not the funnest. Because that has a chance of... See, all of this stuff is increasing the top one of my things, and that's for... Oh, come on, there we go. Curse. And curse is, insta-kill. It's not as bad in this game as it was in the first game, but it's still not great. Oh, come on, really? Thank you. Something special too. I actually don't see any. So here's the golden scroll, which is another sorcery scroll. And the antiquated equipment, which the Crown of Dusk is the helmet for. Those all belonged to a character called Dusk of Ulysses. That was in Dark Souls 1. That is a thing. I don't know 100% my feelings about it. Ooh, I don't like that guy. You can see him, right? What is this? I've been here. Oh, that's here. Okay, we're good, we're good. Hope he can't get to me. Oh shoot, he can get to me. Why? Game, why? Alright, so up here there's a congregation of things. You usually don't have the one guy following you, but if you kill that guy, these guys here don't actually come alive and attack you. That Hazel fire before me, then she has to come up through this area. You might have to be a member of the Fingers of Rosaria. Here are two bad guys that are pretty tough. I might have fought one before when I went to get a coal. They're called Dark Wraiths. And they will actually, right here, fight a bunch of things. So I try to do my best when I can to, like... man. Alright, that should fix it. It's annoying how it does that. So I try to do my best to, like, use them to my advantage, but, you know, they're annoying. So, If you've gotten all the Halloween, which maybe I'll try to do, there's a pale shade of Londor summon over in this corner. And then Cirrus is a summon for this boss fight if you want to, and then there's another guy. Like, there's 4 summons for this boss fight. Somewhat unfortunately, the area that it's in limits you to 1 ally unless you use that finger, and you have to be online to use that finger. So I'm not. Discovered this last time. It sucked. But yeah, in that event, you can summon 2.
Oh my. This is stupendous.
Be nice if you could summon 3.
Karen possesses sorceries quite unknown. Thank you for upholding your end of the bargain. I doubt I ever would have made this discovery alone. Now, let us unravel the thing, so you may put these new sorceries to use.
So one of the things with him is if you buy 4 spells, I'm sure I said this previously because I bought 1, 2, 3 of them. Fair and Flash Sword, Spook, and Aura Decoy, and Persistent Mist. You can talk to him.
You're a fight you should have to honor. If I'm giving...
He gives you a young dragon ring, and if you talk to him again...
Friend, this is a sign.
He gives you those 2. One's a gesture,
It's a very...
and the other one is a ring that makes you make no sound.
Oh my. Well, this is very unusual. It's from Seal, an ancient land of golden sorceries. Not even the Dragon School possesses such a long-lost scroll. What would the Xanthus scholars say with their ridiculous headwear? They would simply slaver over this find.
So that unlocked these ones. Like, Hidden Body makes you invisible. Twisted Ball of Light stops magic. Hidden Weapon makes your weapon invisible. Repair repairs your stuff. I like the stats for like all of them. That doesn't surprise me. Alright, so... I have... I should be able to go in more of those. 7 of these is enough to do some upgrades with him.
Do not be gone for love.
So unfortunately, if I want to do this, I recently got the ending that requires doing this, and I kind of doing the drying out strength. I kinda sorta don't care so much anymore. I mean, it's a free 5 levels, but to undo the damage, and it will start to make your character look more zombie skeletal type of thing.
Very well, then take note.
To undo it costs your next 5 levels, so you actually lose out. Oh, nice.
Farewell, Ashen One.
Let's see, Maglev is not... So raw would be better for it right now than... Heavy is better than not heavy. Heck, even sharp is better than normal. Refined is close to even. I don't want to make it deep. Too many things are resistant to deep until the end of the game.
Pretty.
But raw might be a good one. Alright, so I have a few more items to get. I'll probably end up using Homeward Bone at some point just because it's better than running back. We're gonna get a Miracle and some other stuff for pretty close to no reason than the fact that I can. I mean, you do that a lot in this game, honestly, where you're just like, I'm gonna collect some shit. Because there's shit I can collect. These guys are kind of rather annoying. Yeah. I have reason to eventually kill that guy. Oh. So we've been here before. That's where that Black Knight is, and the cold is there. Oofda! This guy's a pain, because I did not want to aggro him. I do not need Bloodbite. I do like being quiet. That doesn't help. This will help at full. You know, I didn't want to fight this guy. I mean, at least not for a little bit. So I kind of view it as his own fault that I'm gonna have to kill him and use what I can to beat him this way. Alright, now this is Great Magic Weapon, a spell I don't have yet, and a spell I can't use yet. But, you know, I don't fully know what I'm going to do with this guy. I could easily, like, boost strength and dex to make it so that he's really good with this weapon like that. Or I could make it something like raw where it doesn't require that to be okay. And then And then, like, use magic to enhance the weapon. Stuff like that, which wouldn't be a bad idea. Wouldn't be bad at all.
Welcome, husband. Very well, then take enough. Let these souls farewell, Ashen One.
Oh, I did grab the key up there. Hang on. Or wait.
Welcome, husband. Farewell.
So there's an item up here I did not pick up when I was up there. I'm gonna pick that up now. Patches isn't here either. I bet you I defeated the deacons and I never went and found patches. I'd probably have a blessed gem if I did. Oh, sweet. So that seed of a giant tree is pretty useless for Gunther, because I made it so that, well, maybe not. Maybe not. Sounds like a radio turned on. There we go. But I can use that if I want to get an item. Yeah, Firekeeper Soul. This soul is going to be important. I'm sorry, there's a lot of stuff I'm just randomly doing. Yeah. The Firekeeper Soul, I give it to the Firekeeper to get rid of the dark sigils, which are hollowing me. And I'm thinking about doing that. Well, it's still cheaper. Alright, so leave stuff with the bird, they'll give us stuff back. I'm sure I left one of these already. If not, then this is a good time to get the last one. Nope. I got it. But remember that seed that I just picked up? I'm gonna leave that because it's not really... I mean, it is, but... But it gets me Solaire's leggings. Which, I don't know how much of his stuff. I don't think I got any of his stuff with him yet. His shield is really rough. But yeah, it's just a random assortment of things that you drop for this person, gives it to you. So, it's really weird. And I don't remember what all they are. Oh, nice. That one's just horribly useless, but, you know, I'll show you what it does. I mean, it's not like I dropped something that I thought was useful. So when you use it,
Hello.
just throw it on the ground and it says hello.
Hello.
Like I said, pretty useless. A lot of people seem to like it, though. There we go.
Welcome us. Ashen, much like what then let it find it, she will understand. We are both firekeepers. Forgive me, may the flames go.
That's a lot of souls.
Farewell, Ashen One.
I'm gonna leave off on gaining levels, so it's the same number of souls, 17,000. Hoofda. And then I might have it after I defeat this next upcoming boss, which is was gonna be my goal. I like that ring. But yeah.
Ashen One.
I'm just purchasing stuff to get rid of all of my souls so that it's not
Ashen One.
a big deal. I know where a raw gem is. A little bit upset that I have repeatedly missed it. So I'm gonna go get it now. Because I'm definitely thinking that I want to do that. I mean, I could just do massive strength and dex, but I'm kind of also trying to have Gunther show off a lot of what you can do in this game, so he just doesn't have particularly good. Well, he has like 10s, it's fine. Loading. Yeah, it's fine. Ooh, a dagger. I'm glad you can at least get multiple daggers in this one. Dark Souls 2. The dagger there was exactly 1, 2 if you started with it. Oh my gosh. That guy kind of almost wrecked my crap. There's exactly 2 daggers you could get if you started out with a dagger. Alright, I also learned that I get an ember and some other good stuff if I let this guy get big. He's also pretty quick, so I don't want to get hit by him. Oh wow, I got a dark gem. That's what I was expecting to get. I didn't expect the dark gem. That's pretty freaking awesome. Alright, so now I gotta try to get this guy. There we go. That was a riot. So the dark does... There's a deep gem and a dark gem. The dark, you can't really use the gem until much later. You get the ability to. And they kind of mirror fire and chaos. The fire and the dark just deal flat damage, like the raw, where your stats don't matter at all. The dark and the chaos make it so that it's more So that scales with intelligence and faith, in addition to what it normally did. It reduces the scaling on what it had before, but there's still some of it. I think. Yeah. Kind of like scales with intelligence as well as physical. Also, lightning does that. Does lightning damage. It scales with faith. Ooh, that's expensive for that too. Okay. Oh, I do have a bow and a lot of arrows. He does like everything. I have a different run where I don't really have any ranged weapons. Bows, I should say. And so I didn't do that. Another trick is there's exactly 6 large Titanite shards you can get before the boss I'm about to fight. No way to grind them before this boss or anything like that. So you can get a +5 by this boss, which is what I'm going to do with my glaive. I think there's enough twinkling to get a +2 or 3. So this dragon here will get a large shard if you get him to run, essentially. Oopsie. This might take a little bit. I mean, your mileage will vary for how much damage you deal based on what type of arrow. I mean, if I switch to the whatever that is, it does a lot more. Also, where you hit. So it might take a while if you didn't really build yourself to wield this weapon. If you built yourself to wield a bow, like this could be real quick. He has certain weak points. I think the joint between his leg and his back, I think, is a weak one, and his wings obviously are. When he moves his wing like that, I think it's actually closer too, so more damage. So I'm also occasionally using the longbow's ability. It looks really cool if you're just looking at it, but like from what I'm looking here, you can't tell. Which is also why I'm using, you'll notice I'm using fatigue points. Oh. we're getting there. That's how you do that. I never grabbed this item. Interesting. Alright, so... we're gonna do a little bit of upgrading, because why not? I'm getting overly prepared for a boss that I don't need to be quite that prepared for, but I wouldn't say he's an easy boss, so... Did I ever get that lift key? I wonder. Yes, I did. I could show you that. She will never fight back. I accidentally damaged her. Feel bad.
That just wasn't me.
I don't have the souls for it. I'm pretty close, though. But I have the infusion souls, looks like. No, I don't. Oofta. So we're looking at me needing about 5,000 souls to do that. I'm not gonna worry too much about it. Yeah, let's get this done, I guess. So, that drawing out my inner strength from y'all, I've done it 3 times, so I have 3 sigils. You need to, every time you die, you hollow more. In order to do it 5 times, because I'm not going to do that, you need to die enough where, I don't have a magic longbow. That explains some stuff. You need to die enough where, you have 15 hollowing. Then you can draw it out 5 times. Then he will die, and you'll get a guy named Uriel, or girl, whatever, who wants you to take the flame for yourself. Wow. Okay, I will use that. Which obviously you can do. And then you have to go through the big long thing. I recently got that, so Gunther isn't going to worry about it. He's mostly just going to worry about beating the game, actually. So there's those 2. They're going to fight a bunch of guys. We're going to kind of watch them. But over here, this guy will not get involved. See, there they go fighting. It's really nice when they, like one of them dies at least. Alright, I'm quiet. So that sword clashing is actually from inside of Farron Keep. That poison gem, I could make a poison weapon. There might be some relevancy to doing as such, but I'm not planning on it. Alright, so there's a guy I can summon up here, which might be best for fighting them too. Oh, that's painful. He taught me that. Well then, that was pretty bad. His account, he died pretty pathetically. Sirius is right here though, and she's a good summon for this fight too. In fact, probably a better summon to be honest. She can heal. Alright, so these guys, I don't remember their strengths and weaknesses, but... Woofda. Going to equip one of those. I don't need that, so I'm gonna have better defense at full. Hit points. It usually gives you an extra hit. I know I need to worry mostly about fire. Fire and physical, I should say. Wow, that's pretty bad. I think that's actually... That just looks weird. But this is also pretty good. Let's see if this will work. Yeah, that's pretty bad too. not used to having such a heavy weapon. Kind of use the longsword, which is not really super. Well, I'm not gonna use this. That's like 4 units of weight gone. Alright. We'll watch all these cutscenes. This fight, there'll be up to 3 of them. One of them will have red eyes. The third one. The third one will attack whoever is closest. Ah! That one. Darn it. That's my bad, man. I talk while I try to keep things entertaining, and then I die. And I was trying to roll away. Anyway, there are 3 bad guys in the first half of the fight. Damn it. And the third one that gets summoned has red eyes, and then occasionally ones that get summoned have red eyes. There's only 3 at once, but if you kill one will join after a while. That one will attack whomever is closest, type of thing. Like, it'll do its own aggro, but it will also attack the boss. One of the 3 of the boss you need to kill. The other ones are not so relevant. I'm really hoping she comes to where I am instead of trying to fight. these guys did something like follow in the footsteps of the original Abyss Walker, whatever his name is. But they like all drank wolf's blood or something, and so they linked the fires, but they were also like all sharing one soul or something weird, so. Or blood or something. So this guy does a lot of excess fire damage, but this time it's just us versus him, not multiple bad guys. But he's still rough, he deals a lot more damage. There he is. Oh my gosh. That's how it should have went the first time. It's all good. Now I'm gonna spend way too many souls
Welcome.
getting rid of the dark sigils. I say words weird.
Farewell, Ashen One.
Alright.
Ah, just what needed.
Nope. But we'll make it deal more damage.
Pretty be careful.
Ah, this guy's over here. He blends in.
I know you. Been some time since we met in person. I just dropped in to see how she's getting on. Now, what are you playing at with this circus? This cesspool of doddering old folk and degenerates. Couldn't be better. She must fit in perfectly here. This play couldn't hope for...
Alright. So I spent way too many souls and got way too little out of it, but whatever. Now we go into the next area. It's actually a catacombs. Because all the Dark Souls need catacombs. It's like, what would Zelda be without Mount Doom? No, Death Mountain. One of those. Mount Doom is Lord of the Rings. It's easy to forget. Haha. So there's some fun stuff to get here. And the funnest thing about here, they show you with this guy. See, gain no souls. He comes back up. But the second time they die, you get the souls and all that stuff. And it's not all of them, it's just some of them, but... Oofta. That wasn't very pretty. These guys are annoying. They have a stance where they parry you automatically if they're in it. Thankfully, these guys are very slow. There's an item I want to get over here, then there's a bad guy I don't want to fight over here, so I'm not going to. If I don't have to. Just go over here, take a right. I don't want to fight that guy in front of me. I think he attacks if you grab that item. It's just a sharp gem. It makes your weapon deal or have more better dex space scaling. This item's what I want. If I go here, I think, yep. That guy will shoot at you while you're fighting. The guy I don't want to fight. I'm not going to fight. I'm just going to go back. Going forward here brings you in a loop to a spot that you would be at when you go the way I'm going to go. So this thing here is a trap that I just circumvented. It's painful. Farther down here's two more guys. Those two guys there. They're both pretty deadly. And do shit like that. Oh, no. Not what I wanted. Oofta. Not what I wanted at all. I didn't think they'd pull each other. I thought just the one, maybe. Not what I wanted. Jeez. I could give that tome to someone, but it's not... It's not helpful, because I don't have any souls with which to use it. The worst part is it's kind of an easier way around. That's awesome. There's like an easier way around all this stuff, but it has the disadvantage of there's items and people I need to talk to and such. So I kinda have to go this way. These guys are very good at giving Titanite shards. It's kind of like in this area, they're like, oh yeah, you better have a +3 weapon. Better. Alright, here... There's just a bunch of skeletons that pop up on you. Here's a person we've met before.
Oh, hello. How very fortunate. Have you seen my companion, Horace? To my shame, I was snared by a trap and we've become separated. I've not been able to find him since. Yes, I see. Horace is a valiant knight. He can look after himself. He's probably searching for me right now, with twice the resolve. That I remain in the cat and will lay prism stones to guide. Please send him my word. May the flame.
Yep. I am like 100% willing to... That stupid bug. Gosh darn. I mean, I think it's just twinkling. Oh, cool, it died. Just a twinkling, but it was a twinkling. Alright, so now there's a way around. So, alright, straight ahead. That way. That's the other side of that one corridor where I got that pyromancy tomb. Down here is super-de-duper fun. Up there is where we started. So you can see kind of on the left side, there's a passageway to fall. I'm definitely considering it. Because this staircase is a trap. But I need to talk to Henri, which is why I had to go back. Because if you don't talk to her here, she doesn't move forward from there. And you need her to move forward before certain events in order for other events to happen. You know, how it do. And I like Henri as an ally. She's pretty effective. Her gender is the opposite of yours, actually. I'm pretty sure I would have said something about that by now, but... So these archer skeletons are a little bit interesting because they will actually stab at you with arrows. Alright. Oh, that sucks. So that boulder trap is caused by that guy that was right here, and I didn't kill him. He's right there. Oops. That's the thing with their stance, is if you attack them, they'd, like, parry. So the boulder broke because I killed the one guy. This one has that shard, whatever, which helps my Estises be better. So some of these urns, the ones that have their lids, like those guys, they have thumb things. And of course they strategically placed them so that this is hard to get. That ring increases your dex by a little bit, and when you roll it makes you invisible. Like that one guy near the beginning of this area who, you know, turned invisible while he was rolling. That's one of those traps, and I totally missed it. This is a bit rough, because this guy's a bit rough, but not that guy sucks. And I think he comes back. Guy over here too. I think that's where. Alright, so slipping and falling down there is super dangerous. There's bone wheels, which are like skeletons that have wheels on them. They suck. They suck big time. And here there's one of those. There's a large Tritonite shard. And over here's a bonfire. A precious, precious bonfire. So, somewhat unfortunately, one of the pyromancies I would most like to learn right now is more expensive than what I have. But I should be able to gain it with soul items unless I've used a lot more than I thought.
Ah? Ashen one.
Ah, tired.
Alright.
Well, this is fast.
And I might as well learn this.
Do not be gone for...
So this one just lets you add fire damage to your weapon, which is nice because the pyromancy flame has no weight, and it just adds, so it's very, very convenient, I feel. Alright, so the next boss has no summon if I fight him, but I have reason to not go immediately to him. First, I have to defeat a guy up here. This guy. Oh. That is just beautiful. Alright, I'm in the hang of this guy. Now there's another way up, but guy sees me. He does now. Oh, that's sweet. Now he's gonna revive again. I do think this weapon looks pretty cool with the fire. It does that sometimes, and the drop for it is really far. So up here, There's a lot of skeletons here, but only 2 will actually revive right away. Like, and if you are embered, a guy will come and be summoned up there. There's kind of 2 paths right here. One of them is right up here, and is the reason that I needed to talk to Henri before, because now Henri's here.
Ah, hello. We meet again. Have you seen Horace anywhere? Oh yes, I see. I've searched high and low with no luck. Perhaps he's left the catacombs. Oh, Horace, where have you?
She's kind of distraught. Now, if you look down there, that's actually Horace down there in the center. I can't point. There. The tip of my weapon is just about on him. But yeah, that's actually him down there. So we should go down and meet him for multiple reasons. So usually a bunch of skeletons will chase you. Oops. You can do that, and then they start falling. That's the easy way to do that. And up here is the boss. However, after you knock that down, it becomes a ladder. Now this next little area is super not even fun. So see there's a treasure chest, well, there's a treasure chest over there. It's Mimic. This guy is here. He is not fun either. And then you get down here. These are all a bunch of skeletons. That like there's a bunch of skeletons that revive up and try to kill you. So it's just a whole bunch of I hate you. But right over here is a witch's ring and a blindfold. The witch's ring increases your pyromancies greatly. Let's see. And the shield I want is down in this area. It also has some items I would like as well. A lot of items that I would like. So there's a giant, I don't know, arquebus? Whatever. Right up there. Large. And then, not only that, there's a giant worm. However, these guys are not aligned with each other type of thing, like... That's definitely the shield that I wanted. lets me do the weapon skill of the weapon. It's one of the better medium shields, I guess. Yeah, it looks like it's pretty good. And it gives you more souls. Down here is a bonfire. So at this point, I feel like Firelink Shrine's a good choice before I do some more stuff. I collected several large Titanite shards. I might have enough to make my weapon +6. Collected a lot of normal Titanite shards. I might have enough to make my shield upgraded more, or my
It wasn't easy.
yeah, or my pyromancy glove. I'm one large Titanite shard away, but I can make it raw, which will make it deal more damage unless I gain a lot of stats. I still have a shriveling stone. I don't have whatever you need for that. Oh well. So.
Do not be gone for long.
Just
I
wasn't easy.
think that the shield reinforces with something different. Titanite scales, and I only have the 2 because I killed that one guy who made me kill him. Nice. The extra stability is usually worth it, so. So I'm not going to the bonfire that's just had. I'm going to the one at the beginning of this area, because I got to go fight Hodrick? Hordic? I don't know. The dudesy with Henri. If you do not kill him before doing some stuff, like before getting to a certain place, I think it's defeating the next boss, actually. Which, I mean, I kind of routinely do just because I'm used to it, and because, like, in here is where I can get a chunk, and then I can trade it for a chunk, and I can make a +7 weapon. This is the earliest you can have one. And I didn't need that one for it, but this one does it. It's the earliest you can have one, which is a huge boon. Plus, you can and like you don't get it to upgrade. Ah, you jerk. Hoofda. Ah. Hoofda. I don't want to die to that. That was a large shard that I needed. And another one. And he gives me a woman's shield. This is a dumb item because it's not always easy to get. I thought I got that. Whatevs. And then there's a bunch of items in this area that are helpful. Oh, I forgot to burn that bone shard that I found, but there's another Estus flask and bone shard in this area. They're not the hardest to get to, but they're not the funnest either. Like, this area has a lot of kind of dumb things to get. There's also a summon. So this area, everything's like resistant to fire. And then your summon is a pyromancer. Alright, see these bricks that look different? See, they destroyed them. That looks like an item just ahead of me. This stuff here. If I recall correctly, I know one of these ways is a quick dead end. Two. He just gives a chaos gem, which chaos does fire damage, but it scales with stats it scales with. One thing I do not, I like the bricks in midair. Kind of pointless because I'll be fighting things resistant to fire, but this guy, I do not like fighting. That thing just hurls fireballs at you. The thing that he summoned. But it dies with him. So here's a fire. If I light it, I can go to it without needing to worry. And over here, that item there is a pyromancy tome. Slight problem is it's kind of an ambush. These guys all have lots of hit points. They're also better at dropping items for you. Haha, 4 9s. Alright. So then there's a bunch of really... I should probably... whatever, but... This is a... secret. So down here, see there's a lot of slimes up above. This item is an Estus shard. Now these slimes, like you might remember the other ones, I don't remember if I used them, but fire is pretty effective against them. These guys all resist fire, and I don't even know what's good against them aside from slow damage and just... you know, keep up the... Apparently they can do fire. It's been a while. Ugh. Now, down here, and way over that item that you can kind of see on my screen down there, is the shard. But, I mean... got it. Here's hoping I can live. Looks like I'm not going to, because I have literally no movement that I can do because everything is surrounding me, and it's... I fucking freaking hate that. I really hate that. Like, I mean, I get it's partially my fault for running past everything, but come on, man. I can't in any way get by it. Whatever. But I want those souls. This is not going to be fun. I just freaking want those souls. That's not where I want to go. No. These stairs are where I was thinking. So up here is that first bonfire that I found, past that worm. It's also the closest to the boss door. But I got most of everything that I care to get down here. There is another pyromancy tomb down here. And then there's some interesting items. There's a pyromancy miracle thing where I can do both, but that one requires a lava bath, which is great because lava baths, I'm telling you, are the best. Alright, first things first, I'm gonna go get the next Titanite chunk. It's from the birds. for a black fire bomb, which I have. I really dislike that fog because it's just like there. No reason whatsoever. So, this. If I leave one of these, it becomes a twinkling. Alright. Well, this guy will give me a ring now that I defeated him.
By wolf's blood to contain the abyss, the Legion will bury a kingdom at the first sign of exposure. Joyous bunch, really. Gaining admission to the Legion is a matter of some ceremony. Inside their keep, snuffing out the flames of 3 altars, even accursed undead want to believe they're special, it seems. I pity the sorry soul.
Oh, he was just telling me how to get there.
To the Legion.
I thought he would say something new.
Just wasn't easy.
Alright, so...
Pretty be careful. I don't want to see my work squandered.
He does not want to see his work squandered.
Welcome, Master. Very well, then. Farewell, Ashen One.
I do like that attack. Geez, I had 3 of them I didn't burn. Which reminds me, I didn't get my Estus either.
Did what?
And I kind of feel like I don't need
Pretty be careful.
the one blue one. Now that the only real spell I have is like twice per whatever buff, I should be fine with that. Alright, so I'm gonna go fight a boss. And then I'm probably gonna call it for now once I defeat the boss, because I've been playing for 2-3 hours, I think, and I probably shouldn't be putting up like 8-hour videos type of thing. So there's definitely more stuff that you can acquire in some of these areas. Like, I didn't explore here too much. There's no summons for this boss, so I'm not going to ember myself for the boss. This guy here might be rough. There we go. Control of the situation is had. Oopsie. And then lost, and then got it again. Ooh, an ember. That's nice. But yeah, like, you can destroy that second boulder. The first one gave me a bone shard, which I thought was awesome. The second one only gives me a dark gem, which I don't really need. Well, yeah, I had a shortcut. Oh well. Quickly talk to Henri. So if you tell Henri where Horace is, I'll go down and find him. If you haven't killed Horace,
Oh, what have you abandoned?
then Horace will kill Henri. Horace has apparently gone hollowed. If you tell it now, I don't know exactly what happens actually, but I know it kind of stops the quest right here, and I like to have help on the next. Oh, I didn't give that one pyromancy tomb to the guy. It's like the last tomb that he can take. Because there's another one down there, but that one, it can only be taught by a girl, I guess, and there's one in this boss room. So this boss is kind of some weird combination of difficult and easy. Like, if you know how to kill him, he's not terribly hard. If you don't know how to kill him, he'd be very insanely difficult and probably impossible. But how to kill him is pretty obvious. So that item there is the tome. If you don't grab it now, it will be in the boss room after you kill the boss. Ah, mistake. When he does this, that stuff is very, very deadly. And it just did not kill me, but killed me. Freaking killed me. Oh, Lord. So that dark mist is very, very deadly. He can breathe it out of himself. But there's an area between where he breathes and where he is where you can survive, and I did that. And, I got this. I got this. Yeah, he does a lot of dark damage and is resistant. God. Fortunately, he doesn't deal a lot of damage, but I was trying to figure out... I had way too many buttons. Ah. Well, why do I keep going this way when there's, like, a quicker way? See all those skeletons. Yeah. That was a little bit quicker than it needed to be. Oh well. Oh yeah, also your souls will just appear right here, so it's not that big of a deal. Yeah, this fight is a lot nicer than some of the fights. I like flowy, but I don't know why I don't like that one so much. That one's heavy. Alright. So each time it shows you the same cutscene. So I'm skipping this one. Oh, but he doesn't wait for you to pick up stuff each time. No. Bad game. What? So I'm just noticing he's covered in skulls. But... I'm better than this. Like, that sucked. That was just horrible. Like, why am I sitting here? I don't get it. I just don't get it. Alright, I'll show you the shortcut that I've unloaded. It's, you just go down here. This shortcut can be a little bit dangerous in the event that you have buddies that you're trying to do this with. because you'd have to be embered. Depends on how you do it. You could all just walk over here. You'd have to, if you're trying to go down there embered, and you haven't defeated the one guy who I don't want to defeat. These are the best against dark anyway. Alright. Grab this, do this. Have shield. Touch goblet. Fight boss. So stuff like that. So that's one of the harder to get bracelets. That's how you take him down. Like I said, I'm better than that. I should have just gotten it the first time, really, but whatevs. Now the door opens and you can keep on going. This is a weird, odd type of location. I don't 100% understand why, but, you know, I'll let it do what it does. You walk up here, then there's a bonfire. Pretty close to nothing. Not only that, you see that bridge? Across from it, there's bonfire. But that makes more sense, because if you don't get that doll that you get from killing the Deacons of the Deep, there's a barrier that it won't let you through. So it stops you. So that makes more sense. It's also a bad guy that tries to fight you on that bridge. I might try to fight him. I think I'll try to fight him once or twice, but not today. So let's see. I can't do anything about that.
Iron. What have we? Then you found the brilliant. I will never curse being old. Now, show it here, quickly. The price.
That name is the name of the guy who teaches pyromancies in the first game. Teaches a lot of stuff that I kind of want to learn, but I kind of don't really want to care about. But you can use a lot of pyromancies with just a 10 on all your stats. some of these you can't. A lot of the chaos ones cost 2 slots. But I also don't want to, well, screw it. And that took up most of my souls. Oh, hang on. I want to see if he can do this. Yep.
Do not be gone for long.
So in previous versions of Dark Souls, this is going to be a final tip, I guess, but in previous versions, I mean, the first one, all the pyromancies, their extra damage had nothing to do with your levels or your stats. And the second one, all of the buff spells, at the very least, had, like, almost nothing to do with your ability to boost them. It was, like, flat added damage. At least the items were. I guess maybe not. This one, the spells are definitely different. So like me boosting the Pyromancy Flame will make it so that when I boost my weapon it does more damage. Which is awesome. But that's my parting thought for you guys. And I thank you for watching, and I will see you later.